Welcome back. This is sharing the word, and sorry about my voice. I think my son gave me the flu, but who am I going to blame it on, right? But today's word is assurance. Isaiah 43 verse 2 reminds us and teaches us that no matter what we go through, right, whether the rivers, whether the waters, whether fire, that God is always with us. And sometimes that assurance is hard to feel, right? I've said it all the time that it's a difference between what you feel and what you know, right? There's a big, huge gap in between. But I want to encourage someone. I want to encourage anybody who's going through anything difficulty that sometimes what you ask for in the assurance of God, you will receive. There was a time that I was working in conjunction with Sears doing deliveries. And it was on Sunday, we were doing the fundraising, and I know that when I get there, they're going to ask, go ahead, give your money. And so I took $20 and I put it in my pocket out of the $200 that I had for the next 2 weeks. That's all I had. And I put $20 in my pocket. So I go to church and we get to the fundraising part, and I went ahead and did my prayer. And I said, Lord, whatever is in my pocket, that's what I'm going to give. I'm going to give you all of it, right? Of course, I knew it was just $20. But I put my hands in my pocket, and when I pulled it out, it was $180. Somehow I had put the $20 somewhere else and put the $180 in my pocket instead. And so now I had the choice. Do I give the $180 or do I take out a 20? And so I said, Lord, I did say that whatever is in my pocket, I will give it. And so I prayed onto it, and I walked really slow to that collection bowl, and I put it inside. But interestingly enough, the following weeks, I was praying. I said, Lord, I've given everything that I had, so I need your help. And interestingly enough, I had more tips in that 2-week span than any other time. It got to the point that I was going to someone's house and I said, Lord, I would really like some Gatorade. No, the orange Gatorade. And then when I got there, the lady asked, would you like something to drink? I said, sure, whatever you have. And she's like, oh, all I have is the orange Gatorade. Is that okay? It's like, sure, why not? And I just smiled. To have that assurance of God, to just know that everything was going to be well, it's beautiful. And so right now, if you find yourself in a difficult situation, I pray that that assurance of God is your portion right now. No matter what you are going through, know that God is with you. Lean on that. I pray that you receive it and that you are blessed. Until next time, this is Sharing the Word. Be blessed. Shalom.